Enjoy religious freedom. Persecutions against them around the world is at an all-time high.
That's right. A new report from Open Doors revealing the top 50 countries where more than 388 million Christians experience high levels of persecution and discrimination, with Pope Leo echoing those same concerns.
That the persecution of Christians remains one of the most widespread human rights crises today, affecting over 380 million believers worldwide. They suffer high or extreme levels of discrimination, violence, and oppression because of their faith. Sadly, all of this demonstrates that religious freedom is considered in many contexts more as a privilege or concession than a fundamental human right.
Under fire in nearly 30 countries. That's the grim reality laid out in more than 100 pages of the latest annual report from the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom. In those areas, people of all faiths face imprisonment and death for their beliefs.
You see, folks, religious freedom is not a Western value. It is a human right. And when it is violated anywhere, it should concern freedom-loving people everywhere.
Nowhere is that violation more lethal than Nigeria. The commission reveals more than 80% of the world's religion-based murders happened there in 2024.
Let us acknowledge that there are too many killings in Nigeria.
For Rebecca Dali, a former prisoner of Boko Haram, the tragedy is personal as she documented thousands of murders committed by the terror group last year. Since escaping, she's started the Center for Caring, Empowering, and Peace Initiatives, serving more than 2 million Nigerians caught in extremist violence.
But all Nigerian Christians, Muslims, and traditional worshippers are among those who are killed, and that violent will never end violent. All Nigerians, be they Christian or Muslim, want to live together in peace.
Globally, 16 countries are designated in the report as countries of particular concern, with 12 others on a special watch list. More than 2,300 people are currently imprisoned for their faith.
When the government demands synodization in practice, it means removing crosses and replacing them with portraits of Xi Jinping, replacing hymns with Revolutionary Party songs. We're rewriting sermons to align with socialist core values and installing facial recognition cameras in sanctuaries.
National security analyst Grace Drexel, whose father is imprisoned in China, testified the threat is evolving because believers are being targeted after they flee their countries to safety. Other leaders point to the unknown of dead, especially in countries like Iran and Syria, where sectarian violence after the Assad regime fell left an estimated 1,300 dead.
Actually, we've buried more than 25.
So the videos that we're showing right now on screen, the videos that you sent me, Massara, what are we looking at? What is this burial?
Yeah, so that was the burial of the 11 victims of 11 victims of the attack, attack of October the 14th in the village of Rachas. It's spelled Rachas, located in the Haipang district of Barkin Ladi County or local government in Nigeria. So this area is home to the only airport, and of course it's an international airport. It's called the Yakubu Gowon International Airport in Plateau State, which is heavily guarded. And this community has two prominent military checkpoints on the north and south of it. It's actually located on the highway, and of course these checkpoints are just located about 1 mile away from this community on both sides of the road. But then again, this attack was launched and 11 people were killed. 5 of them children from ages 2 to 5, actually. And of course, you look at those videos, I didn't share the most gory part. Of course, a lot of them, you will see their brains hanging out. Of course, they shot them in close range, chiefly while they were sleeping at about 10 p.m. local time.
For these people, the fact that you have 30 people beheaded, it is so satanic and ungodly and evil. And yet, am I praying enough for those in duress around the world?
Well, ISMP proudly released photos of their demonic savagery, and the incredible organization Memory captured some of those photos. I don't know if we can show them. I'll have to talk to one of our editors, and if he If we can, we'll put them on the screen. If not, just know that it's barbaric. But what's really disturbing is that these people are proud of it.
And we need to live together in quiet and peace.
Recently, Israeli Channel 13 reporter Yossi Eli went undercover as a priest for a day. Dressed in a robe, he walked through the old city with Franciscan Father Alberto. In the first 5 minutes, he was spat at 5 times by Orthodox Jewish Israelis. In Haifa, Israel's police commissioner said the police are working to eradicate incidents and trends that affect the sense of security.
We're here to reassure you of that and to offer any assistance that may be required. As part of the cooperation between all the parties, we're working to bridge the gaps in places of conflict while simultaneously striving to provide the vital sense of security.
Don't let your boys and go. Go, go. Go. Don't let your boys and go. Go, go. Go, go.
To lift up the name of Yeshua, and that's not really welcomed by a lot of people here in Israel. That's not really understood by the ultra-Orthodox community. And we love our Jewish brothers and sisters. We love these people. But the reality is that they don't see Yeshua as the Messiah. A couple years ago, we were here in the same place, and they yelled, Yeshua is dead, and different things in Hebrew. There was tear gas. I'm grateful that tonight there hasn't been any overt violence. People are yelling, people are... And so I just want to ask if you would join me in praying for there to be restoration in Israel, that the Abraham, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob would be worshipped in the place.